We try to think of everything. We have everything from books to we have loaner iPads for anyone who doesn't have one of their own that they can sign out for free and use around the resort. The idea is to keep you entertained, keep you happy. We like to keep you fed. We like to keep you in the party that you want to be in. We have 24-hour food here. We have alcohol 21 hours of the day. It's free-flowing here. This is a place where you don't have to leave the confines of our private locked compound. And what I mean with privacy is that you are your own person here. Some people are their own different person here when they're on vacation. This is whatever you want to make of it. We are kind of the social center hub of Gay Key West. This is where people come to meet. This is where when they first get on the island on vacation, they come here, and it's also where they like to end their trip. We have everything from lobster benedict to a fresh grouper sandwich to lobster tail and filet mignon for dinner. Everything that you're looking for. This is the type of place where you can also just kind of take it easy and have more like a bar food experience, because that's the type of trip you're in for. Buffalo wings and a hamburger, things like that. We try and have something available for every type of vacationer out there, depending on what they're looking for. This is we've been noted for our great food. We have a great F&B staff. We have
F&B standing for food and beverage.
And then our happy hour especially. Happy hour is really amazing for Island House. Every in-house guest gets an open bar from 5:30 to 7, regardless of spirit. Name brand, if you want a double Grey Goose frozen cocktail, go for it. It's from 5:30 to 7 every day. That's free. And then on Wednesdays, our Hump Day pool party from 5 to 8. So it's quite a bit of freebies, a lot of things included. There's no extra fees. There's no resort fees at Island House. One price and you get everything. This really is the place to be.
Well, there's some thinking behind that kind of business model. And again, one of the things I love to talk about is sustainability. And there's a Fanny. By the way, that's normal. Tell us your Sunday pool party.
Just another day in paradise.
So in a lot of cities, I live in Los Angeles, which is considered, we've got the Kardashians, for God's sake. There's some ass.
Yes.
There's lots of ass there. But
Kardashians.
Yes, like in Star Trek. They're not allowed to show that ass in public naked. Key West, what are the rules here for that, if there are any?
We don't have any rules. Island House will be one of very few that will ever be. You can be stark naked with your partner, ordering a cocktail and fresh fillet of fresh catch, and you can be here in one spot doing that. It's very rare to have what we have. We have the whole corner block of Fleming Street around here. And it's basically our own little space that is reserved for 100% for gay men from around the world to come and meet each other in whatever capacity that means for them on their vacation.
Is that spelled M-E-E-T or M-E-A-T?
I'm going to leave that up to interpretation.
Notice the humor?
Everybody deserves a Merry Christmas.
They really do. That's the one thing. It's very sex positive. It's very gay positive. It's very inclusive. I see the whole age range here mixing, and I have to tell you, in a lot of urban settings, and I go back to, say, West Hollywood, where I'm from, we don't have this kind of blend.
Right.
And I'm wondering if you have any speculation as to why people bond the way they do here.
Well, you have good timing with that question. Just last week, we released our latest social media video titled Andrew Friction, which we purposely did a spin off of Andrew Christian, the videos that they put out. We're good friends with them. We've done 3 Andrew Christian videos working with them professionally. But we did get some feedback from some people saying, I'm not that body type. Would I be welcome at Island House? Is that a place where I would have to feel self-conscious, or it's clothing optional, but I would definitely not feel comfortable getting naked there after seeing those videos. So we decided to flip that and say, no, that's there's a flip side to this, and we are kind of the melting pot for all of gay men. We the video basically pinpoints how the young generation, the 20s, the 30s mix with the 40s and the 50s here, and body image and body consciousness isn't really an issue here. people kind of expect a bigger boom when they finally disrobe, and then when it doesn't happen, they immediately get comfortable and have a cocktail usually. And that usually helps them to really kind of discover a side that they never knew themselves to be comfortable with. And this fosters that environment of, like you'll see right now. It's just the beginning of the party. Everyone's still kind of waking up from last night's festivities, but
at 2 in the afternoon.
At 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, I guess it is 2 in the afternoon. But this is how things start in Key West. You take a slow start, and then you'll eventually see these guys woke up, and those guys woke up, and then people just kind of gravitate to having a good time and partying together. And Sundays especially, that's no exception.
Harrison with you. We are talking to Jeff Smead. He's the marketing director of Island House. As you can see on your screen, it's islandhousekeywest.com. If you're listening, it's islandhousekeywest.com. You can check it out. And for the many straight listeners and viewers, because that is the real world now, we have, happily assimilated into good partners. The same behavior that we see here, we see now sort of universally everywhere.
But when it comes to the clientele and the guests here, as long as you're a gay man who is friendly and looking to meet other gay men, this is kind of the haven for that. And it doesn't matter if you've got a few extra pounds or a few not extra pounds. It doesn't matter if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or if you are the younger crowd who's just discovering an easier world to come out in nowadays. Come and discover what gay people did for themselves back when we had to. The concept is kind of simple when you think about it, where we used to not be able to go everywhere, and you would not stay at that mainstream hotel for fear of being spit on. And now we're in a different world, which we fought for, and Island House has kind of made that, kind of taken advantage of that in terms of we have to be not just gay, but gay and really, really good. And that, I think, is the reason why we're still hanging on, and we're still finding new clients, or new guests, and basically kind of becoming that haven for everybody type, and every type of person who wants a Key West vacation.
And people come in from all over the world. It's not just the United States. The United States is one level of customer base. I mean, they come as far as Latvia, etc., and beyond.
Absolutely. I want to say a good amount of our guest list here at Island House comes from the UK. Europe is huge for us. A lot of Europeans are looking for that tropical getaway, and they are not shy over there either. What I've noticed is that a lot of people from the UK, England especially, really cherish the clothing optional aspect of Island House. I mean, the weather obviously has one thing to do with that, but just that camaraderie of being comfortable and being naked in front of one another, and not feeling judged. That's a freedom that you can really only get in a few places, and one of those places is Island House in Key West.
And I imagine the local politicians in Key West love the fact that there's such an expressive place. It's also contained, so it makes everybody happy. And I think a lot of the philosophy rolls, from John Allen, the owner, from you, who express and equally share the way he looks at the world. If everybody operated like this, what an incredible community we'd have worldwide.
There's a lot of gay men that travel with their straight male friends on trips, and for the same reasons that straight man shouldn't feel awkward going into a gay bar on Duval Street is the same reason why he shouldn't feel awkward coming into Island House. Like I said, that might actually be the part of the puzzle that we don't have a lot of the time. But as long as they're comfortable and realize where they are, and that this is a hyper gay environment where everyone is basically, they have their license to chill out right now, and as long as they're respectful of that and understand it and want to be a part of it, then sure, bring your straight friends with you, or your straight male friends to Island House. We keep it at all male all the time, 24 hours. But if you have straight male friends you want to bring, please bring them by. This is not a place where they should feel alienated at all.
Well, Jeff Smead, I want to thank you for bringing us in just before it really gets popping here.
Calm before the storm.
Calm before the storm. And what a great way to end that straight guys are welcome here too, because one human family, I believe that's the Key West mantra.
Just last week at our Sunday pool party, we had a straight guy win the raffle at the naked pool party. So And he had no problem dropping trowel right there and showing everyone just how comfortable he was. So it was kind of a great moment of a straight guy, not being afraid to be around his gay friends and really enjoying the party. And, stuff like that is welcome at Island House.
I have a theory. It's more of a hypothesis. I have to prove it first. But you have a bar down the road called whatever the hell it's called, and Bourbon Street. And there's straight guys dancing in there, the strippers. And I was talking to one of them, and he fixes airplanes during the day. So he's an aeronautics engineer. He comes in at night because he makes great money in there. And he said, it's great. It's like a real flush for my ego coming in here. And I said, well, you have to understand something. Women aren't allowed to say, oh, you're hot, oh, you're this, you're that, because A, she's instantly a slut. 2, we know she's never going to meet his mother because he knows he can't leave her alone in the nest because she has to guard a certain way. So when straight they get to hear the truth, really not know, because their straight friends are going to go, hey, dude, that's the end of the sentence. So it's a huge game changer.
It is different. Key West is different in that sense. No one cares what you are. It's 24 hours a day. It's 365 days a year. This is still that place that you fell in love with 30 years ago, 20 years ago, or last week. Key West is still that tropical oasis where it's a gay heaven, a gay mecca, where you get to come and be yourself and not worry about the things that you worry about back at home. And thank you. And we owe a lot of that to our amazing guests that come back every year. We have a huge amount of return guests that come here to experience what John and Martin created. Ironically, today marks 1 year since we lost Martin, and doing well and doing great. Every placement is perfect. That was Martin who started all of those types of details that you see around the resort. We miss him, where we try and keep that all of that alive that he started. This is a special place, and we want it to remain that way for years to come.
Thank you so much, my friend, and I can't wait for another hour when it gets really naughty.
Put on your party hat.
Or take it off.
Or take it off. The party that you want to be in. We have 24-hour food here. We have alcohol 21 hours of the day. It's free-flowing here. This is a place where you don't have to leave the confines of our private locked compound. And what I mean with privacy is that you are your own person here. Some people are their own different person here when they're on vacation. This is We try to think of everything. We have everything from books to we have loaner iPads for anyone who doesn't have one of their own that they can sign out for free and use around the resort. The idea is to keep you entertained, keep you happy. We like to keep you fed. We like to keep you in, just kind of take it easy and have more like a bar food experience, because that's the type of trip you're in for. Buffalo wings and a hamburger, things like that. We try and have something available for every type of vacationer out there, depending on what they're looking for. This is we've been noted for our great food. We have a great F&B staff. We have
F&B standing for food and beverage.
And then our happy hour especially, whatever you want to make of it. We are kind of the social center hub of Gay Key West. This is where people come to meet. This is where when they first get on the island on vacation, they come here, and it's also where they like to end their trip. We have everything from lobster benedict to a fresh grouper sandwich to lobster tail and filet mignon for dinner. Everything you're looking for. This is the type of place where you can also. Happy hour is really amazing for Island House. Every in-house guest gets an open bar from 5:30 to 7, regardless of spirit, name brand. If you want a double Grey Goose frozen cocktail, go for it. It's from 5:30 to 7 every day. That's free. And then on Wednesdays, our Hump Day pool party from 5 to 8. So it's quite a bit of freebies, a lot of things included. There's no extra fees. There's no resort fees at Island.